All right. As promised, on this episode, we are going to be talking about my first season as a rookie scare actor at a haunted attraction. But I definitely could not do this alone. Of course not. Joining me right now is a pro scare actor, a TikTok sensation. She's getting stopped even without the face paint, getting stopped at the supermarket, signing autographs and everything. She is also a special effects artist, a very amazing special effects artist at that. Joining us right now is Katherine, aka Flix the Clown,
Hello.
with the fire Chucky hooded blanket that I was rocking the other day. I saw you with that on TikTok and I was like, yes, finally somebody else got it. Because I've been telling everybody. I've been telling everybody, get the hooded blanket. I got two of them. I got the Ouija board one too.
Oh, we didn't even get that one.
You didn't get it at all?
No, we didn't get that one at our store.
You guys are slacking over there, man.
Yeah.
But that's
True.
like, it's like the perfect weight too, because it's not like
I know. It's not like the ones that have the Sherpa inside of them where it's too hot.
Oh, it's like there's ones that are too heavy.
Yeah, there's ones that have that, like, those blankets that are like the double-sided and they have that like Sherpa white stuff in it.
Yeah.
There's ones that have that in it and then it's just too hot.
No, it's the perfect weight. It's like just light enough and heavy enough. It's amazing. All right, so let's get into haunt season. Before I get into my stuff, we got a lot to talk about with me. We also have a lot to talk about with you and your haunt season. The first thing that threw me off, though, was your haunt season didn't start till October 12th.
Yeah.
What is that about? This shit is it's over already. It's about to be over.
Yeah, we had like a few different types of like other stuff that we did at the beginning of October, but like our actual haunt didn't start till like the 12th.
Wow, bro. That's insane. We had 6 weeks, and I'm pretty sure we started the second to last week of September. So we had like so many weeks, bro. It was just dragged. It was just like one into the other. And then at the end, I'm like, wow, that went so quick. But when I was in it, I was like, holy crap. Because 2 extra weeks before October, it felt like a lot. I mean, it was a lot.
Definitely early.
Because we did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4-hour shifts. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's start with there, because some haunts I heard are doing 5-hour shifts. We did 4-hour shifts and then a 3-hour on Sunday. How long were your shifts?
So call time was normally like 4 p.m. And then we started getting guests around like 6. And then we went till like 10, 11.
So you did about a 4-hour.
Yeah.
Sometimes 5-hour. Well, let's get to this first. I heard that you got injured twice.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
So the first night of haunt, I really
first
threw
night.
First
Damn.
night. I was dressed as Ophelia, and we're at like a historical park, so it wasn't like an actual walkthrough haunt. It was a village. So there was like some houses that are open, and then there was like mainly roaming actors. So the first night I was Ophelia. I was in this old house, and they have like a half door that goes up the stairs. And so I'm standing behind this half door, and this group comes, and my scare is like, the door is wood, is solid wood. I mean, this house is built in the 1800s. Like this door is solid wood. And so I like pull it back and I run up to it to slam it shut, and my wrist just goes back. I slam the door, it goes back. And I think because I was so excited to be scaring, I like in the moment I was like, oh my God, that hurts so bad. I just like felt pain shoot up my arm. I was like, okay, that really hurt. And then I just kept going. I think the adrenaline of the haunt just like had me like, if you're a haunt actor, the adrenaline just like keeps you going and you don't realize you're hurt until later.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, this hurts, but I'll just keep going. And then like, I think it might have been halfway through the night, maybe not even. I was like, okay, this is bad. This is really bad.
No.
So I like run. I don't even know what happened. I was just like, it was dark. I was in Ophelia. And if you guys know, the mask is just like, it's full costume, this big dress.
Yeah.
So I like take everything off and I'm like my wrist is bruised. Like it's just like purple. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So we go to like the saloon. There's a saloon because this is like the village is kind of like westerny themed, sort of. I don't know. There's a saloon. Anyways, I go into the saloon because they're selling drinks. There's like a bar in there. So I was like, I need ice. So then it kind of turned more into like, yeah, I think this is actually really bad. So then we had like the security, we had the bartender guy with like the first aid kit. Like there, it was, oh my God. It
Oh
was just,
no, it
like,
was a whole thing.
yeah.
Did you
And
end up going to
so
the hospital?
yeah, so I literally we ended so late that night. I think it was like 11 or something. I don't think it was like almost 1 in the morning until I got home. Actually, that might have been another night. I can't even remember what time we got home on certain nights because it was just so late. But I got home late and I was like, I'm so tired, I'm going to bed. So I just like went to bed. I was like, well, wait to see what it's like in the morning. I wake up the next morning, my wrist has like a ring of like purple and blue around it. And so I was like, okay, I think we might have to go to urgent care.
Yeah, you think.
So, yeah, so we went to urgent care and while we were there, they like x-rayed it and everything and they were like, oh, we don't see any breaks, like we don't see any fractures, so that's good. But we like you hyperextended it and basically tore the tissue and like muscle like in your
Oh,
wrist. So they splinted me. And then fast forward to now, recently, actually, it's still terrible. The pain is still so bad.
really?
Yeah, so I went back to the doctor and they were like, okay, we're gonna like do another x-ray and stuff, and they think it's fractured. So we're waiting to hear back from a specialist whether or not it actually is fractured. So yeah, I'm still splinted for 2 more weeks,
Oh my
unfortunately.
God, that's terrible. On your
Yeah, it's
first
so bad.
scare.
Yeah, on my like not
First
my
scare.
first scare, but on the first night.
First
So
night. Oh my God, sorry to hear that.
yeah.
And then you
But I kept
trooped it
going.
through. Yeah, you trooped it through not only that night, but the rest of the season.
Yeah, the rest of the season, I was still wielding that chainsaw with this busted wrist. I was like,
Oh my
because I
God.
got a chainsaw this year and I was like, you know what? I'm so excited for this chainsaw. There's no way this is gonna hold me back. And that was probably really stupid to do that. And
Hell
then
yeah.
I got in trouble and wasn't allowed to use the chainsaw anymore. So
What'd you do? You cut someone? Well, that doesn't have the chain on it, so you couldn't cut somebody.
no, no. They were just like, you're injured. You're not allowed to use that. So I was
Oh,
like, okay,
lame,
lame.
lame. But then you get injured again?
Yeah. So then, fast forward, I don't even know what night this was at this point. It was later into the haunt season. I was like hiding in the same house, but in a different spot. And I was hiding behind this door in this pitch black room. The door opens. I literally was sitting in the chair. I didn't say anything. I didn't scream. I sat there. I pressed the button on my taser, like my weapon. This girl literally goes right to my face.
Punched you in the face?
Yeah, right to the face.
Get out
She,
of here.
yeah, she punched me right in the face.
What did
And
you
I was like,
do?
damn. She was like, she went, oh, sorry, and then ran away. I was
Oh,
like,
no way, dude. Did security grab her ass?
yeah, so I'm like, okay, that kind of hurt. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was just kind of laughing because I was like, okay, is this like serious or not? Like, I don't know what to do. Because it was like the first time I've ever actually shockingly gotten punched in the face,
Right.
which I mean, that's kind of shocking. I feel like everyone's always like, yeah, I've been punched so many times.
How many seasons have you done so far at this point? I
This is my
forgot.
6th year.
6 year. And this is the first time
Yeah.
getting
First
decked?
time getting nailed in the face. So I was like
Wow.
laughing. I was like, this is kind of funny. Like,
Seems like you were overdue.
yeah. And then so I literally I went to like security and I was like, yeah, so I just got like punched in the face, but like it's not really that big. Like it was just the person just got scared. And then it was like fine, like nothing bad happened, but it was still kind of really funny. It hurt. Thankfully, I was like fine after like a day. I had a really
No
bad headache
no
after, but
black eye or anything like that?
my eye was like a little bit swollen, but it wasn't like anything really bad.
Okay, thank God. I thought you were gonna say
Thank
like you
gosh.
fractured your eye socket or something crazy like that.
Concussion, like
Yeah.
no.
There's the arm right there, right? I was wondering you have the splint right there.
There she is in
Wow,
all her
man.
glory.
How has it been doing all the special effects work with the arm like that?
It's brutal. I think the most brutal thing right now is work though, because I work on a farm. So
That's right. You're over there baling hay and milking
yeah,
cows.
exactly. So like throwing 80-pound hay bales with this thing is not,
Oh, that's terrible. Is that your dominant hand?
thankfully not. No.
Thank God, man. So you could at least pick the hay
Yeah,
up a
I can
little
at
bit
least
more with
do.
this one.
I'm good with one hand, so I can still write and I can still draw and I can still do my art and stuff.
Still
It's
airbrushing and all
slower.
that. You
Yeah,
do
I'm
go
just
on
slower.
TikTok live and you do artwork right on live, right?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I do sometimes I like do costume airbrushing and stuff or like sculpting.
Sick.
Sometimes. I've
Sick.
done my makeup too, or like I've done lives as Flix
Have you?
as
I
well.
haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I only very rarely go live on TikTok.
You probably do it when you're like already in the character, right? Like might as
Yeah,
well.
I've
Okay.
done one TikTok live where I got ready in the makeup, and like people seem to really like that. A lot of people really seem to like watching me do the makeup, which I always feel so awkward doing because people are always like, show a tutorial. And I'm like, girl, you are seeing my bald head with this wig cap, my yellow teeth because the white face paint makes your teeth look so yellow. I'm like, you guys can't be seeing this.
The
This is too
fans
much.
want it. The fans want it.
The
People love a
fans want it, and
good.
then someone's gonna make like one of those, on TikTok how you can comment a photo. People are gonna start commenting a photo
Oh
of
my
my
God! Of you
bald
with the
face on.
bald cap and everything.
Yeah, no,
They're
no,
gonna
no, no.
meme you. Oh shit! Damn. That's gonna be
I
brutal.
can't
That's
get
gonna be
memed
brutal.
like that.
No, no. Maybe you could do one when like you're like halfway. I don't
Yeah,
know.
halfway, halfway.
When you feel a little more comfortable, because people would
Oh
love
my
that.
god.
People love a
Yeah,
good
people
get
love
ready
to
with
watch
me.
it. And like
Yeah.
I love giving like advice and showing people what makeup I use, but bro, that bald face is goofy. I don't know.
Oh man. Speaking of flicks, so this year you did. Was this your first year doing Ophelia in the haunted house? It was, right?
What?
I thought so because that costume is fire. I always said like that is amazing. How was doing that besides getting injured?
It was really fun, actually. Thankfully, it kept me warm because we were outside, and the houses that, like, when I was inside, the houses aren't heated because they're old.
Of course,
So,
of course. What?
yeah, it was very cold. I mean, I live in Canada, so it's very cold here. Like, we're in the negatives.
Oh
Um,
hell no!
so we had hand warmers, like, in your hands, in your shoes. People were putting them in their bras. Like, it was
I would.
cold. And so thankfully that mask, because it has like a balaclava underneath it, and then it has the wig on top of it, and then it has the veil, and then it has the mask. It's all one thing. So that kept me very warm, as well as this huge wedding dress that
Right.
I wore my pajama pants. If you saw those Hello Kitty pajama pants underneath my wedding dress, no, you didn't. I was
Listen.
not
I'm
wearing.
sure they didn't because the Ophelia mask is very striking. It's very
Yeah.
terrifying. I'm sure nobody noticed the Hello
And
Kitty
then
pants.
yeah, hopefully not. But thankfully it kept me warm. I could like hide lots of layers underneath that. So it went really well. I mean, the reactions to it, like people were like, "Oh my God, is that real?" Because
Oh, it's
like
scary.
it's so freaky. It's so
That
freaky.
thing is
Honestly, I
fucking
low key scared
scary, man.
myself. So, and then actually it was funny because I was walking around, and this was the first night that I had ever brought out like Ophelia like this. And somebody goes, "Oh my God, it's Ophelia."
Hell yeah.
I was like,
See?
wait, no way. And then not only did they recognize her, but they're like, wait, I have to show you something. They pulled out their phone and they had like a drawing of me. Like they drew Ophelia. I was like,
How sick. I mean, it's a fire character.
thank
It's
you.
fire, man. Like, I love it. And if I saw that at a haunted house, like, that would scare the shit out of me.
It was good. It got a lot of good scares. Like people were freaked
Oh,
out by
yeah.
it. It
And
was,
then you're in this cabin, right? So they walk in, they don't know what to expect, and
yeah,
it's just you sitting there with a
yeah, it's just me
taser.
like, yeah, I was like, at one point I was in this rocking chair.
Oh, my
And
God.
so 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 the rocking chair was like here and then the door they walk in is here. So when you open that door, you see me sitting right there.
Mhm.
Dude, this house looked like it was out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was like the vibe was there. I was like, yep, this is creepy. And the
Perfect.
house was also haunted, by the way. So we also have stories about that. We can talk about that if you
Yes.
want.
Let's talk about that at the end.
So the people would walk in the door and they'd like look at me and they're like, oh hell no.
Yeah,
What
because
is
some of
that?
them probably didn't know if you were real, right?
Yeah, so I would sit there as still as possible in this like costume, and then I would stand up, and they were like, "Oh
Yeah.
hell no!" because they're so scared.
Those are one of my favorite things, like at a haunted house, is when you don't know if something's real or not. Like I don't often
So
get
good.
scared like that anymore because I've been to so many. But one thing
Yeah.
that still gets me is when you walk in somewhere and you don't know if what you're looking at is real or if it's a person. That one
Yep.
always gets me, and I'm sure you got a lot of that. How
Oh,
how often were you Ophelia and how often were you Flix this
I
season?
think I was only Ophelia for two or three nights, I think.
Damn. So if you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah, if you missed it, you missed it.
Wow. Is it harder? Not harder, but does it take longer to get ready as Ophelia or Flix?
Flix, definitely, because there is just so many layers to Flix's costume,
The
and then having to do the
intricacies.
makeup, whereas Ophelia, you just throw it on and then you're good to go.
Did you make any changes or iterations or tweaks to Flix this year? Did you do anything different in terms of
Um,
anything? Did the costume, the your act, the whole
mm,
thing?
well, I had the chainsaw. That's right. I had the chainsaw, so that was new. She's pink. I love her. I spray painted her pink. So
Sick.
that was new. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had majorly changed to her. I don't think so. I think it was mainly just the chainsaw that was new. And then I definitely am changing a lot for next year, though. I have a
Really?
lot planned. So,
Oh, you don't want to divulge any of it though. Could we get one? Could we get one sneak
one,
peek? We only have
mm,
two listeners, so like only two people, and they're not in Canada, so you'll be all right.
um, let's see. Well, I don't know if you saw the video where I had the other Flix head. Um,
Yes, that is
yeah,
fire. That was awesome.
so that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man, so you didn't break that out during the haunt?
I didn't. I should have.
Oh my god, yeah, I meant to talk to you about that. That was epic. So you just painted like a dummy head
Yeah.
as Flix.
Yep.
That was such. It reminded me. I don't know if you've seen the Haunted Mask, but it's like that. It's like that scene in the Haunted Mask where Carly Beth has her own head. You know what I
I don't think
mean?
I've seen that.
You never seen the Haunted Mask?
I don't think so.
Really? It's like such a classic, and they shoot it. And they shot it in Canada. You
Oh,
didn't. You
really?
didn't. Yeah, you didn't grow up on
Wow.
Goosebumps. You didn't grow up on
I'm,
Goosebumps at all.
I grew up on Goosebumps.
And you never seen the Haunted Mask? The
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right, right,
I'm
right,
like to
right.
say,
No,
bro.
it's clicked. Now it's clicked.
I'm like, and you from Canada? That's like one of the greatest things to come out of Canada. You never seen it? That's what it
Yeah,
reminded
no,
me of when I
never.
saw that, like the scene where she's holding her head and then her head
Yes.
starts talking and stuff.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god, yeah, that was. Did that just idea just come to you one night when you was looking at the mannequin head?
Yeah, so it's actually I had it was originally for an art project for university and it was latex, so I peeled it off. So I have a skin of my face.
Epic,
Um
epic.
so but before I peeled it off of the thing, I was like, "Oh my, like I have never I think that is my thing that has scared me the most out of everything that I've ever made because I literally was looking at it and I was like, "Oh my
Your
God."
face? You
Yeah,
had
I
to
was
make
like,
one of you.
that's
Do you have a
so
picture of
scary.
that?
Yeah, I have a picture of it sitting on my desk and it
Oh,
was
send it to
so
me.
scary. Like literally it just like the only way that I can describe how it felt looking at it was like you know how they like embalm bodies and it's like the face like that is what it reminded me. I was like, I am looking at my dead self right now.
Looking
I
at
was
your
like, that is so scary.
looking at yourself beheaded. There's not
Yeah,
even a
right? I was
body.
like, this is so, so scary. This was a picture of it sitting on my desk. And I was like, oh,
Oh, that looks so real,
how
man.
do I change this? Ah, oh, there we go. Look
Yeah,
at
that
that.
looks freaky, man. That's
It
awesome.
looks just like my,
Yeah. Just like
right?
you
Like I
just
was
you
so scared by
that's
it.
your severed head. So
I
you still
know.
have that and you're going to break it out next season.
Yes, but in a new version.
Oh.
Have
All
an
right.
idea. So
Oh, can't wait to see that.
we'll see how that goes.
All right, so no tweaks or changes this year, but the chainsaw is a big one because the
Yeah, that
chainsaw
was big.
sounded fun. So
Oh,
you
that
were
was so
more
fun.
you were more outside for that, obviously, because they
Yeah.
didn't want to kill you with carbon monoxide or whatever.
Yeah, the chainsaw was only outside. When I was inside, I had my taser. I kind of was dual wielding them. I was choosing between them because the chainsaw low-key was being a bit of a pain. A lot of the time, it did not want to start, and I'm sure if there's people on here that are watching that are a haunt actor and they have a chainsaw, that moment when there's a big group and it doesn't start,
Like womp
nah.
womp, lame, boo.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I stand there. I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah, we had one at the haunt this year, and sometimes it would not start.
They're so
So
hit or miss. Chainsaws are so hit or miss. So I was
yeah,
like,
but it was pink, which is fire.
it was pink, right? So it's fine. And it
When
matches my taser because it's pink too.
so when you did get to break it out, it was probably the most fun.
Oh, it was so fun. Like people, I don't know what it is about chainsaws, but like the second I like started, like revved the thing up, and like you could hear people in the distance being like, "There's a chainsaw!
Yep,
Oh my God!"
yep.
Like they're just so scared of it. And like honestly, Val, the chainsaws low-key scary.
It is. It's still. It scared me when I was coming out of there and they were still playing with it. I was like, oh my god, get away from me with that thing. That thing is sick, man. I'm sure a lot of people stop for pictures with you and all that stuff.
Yeah, we had lots of pictures. There was also the little girl that comes and visits me every year. She came out again this year and she brought a little picture frame of a picture of her and I from last year in it. And I
Oh
was
man,
so cute.
you should have gave her the head. You should have gave her the severed head. She
It
would
was so
love
cute
that.
because she her makeup was like mine too. Her mom did her makeup like my makeup.
That's your number one fan, dude.
I know, it's so cute. She
That's
literally
amazing.
she screams, I hear my name like Flix, and then she comes running up to me, gives me the biggest hug. I'm like,
There is a future haunt actor right there.
right?
You're gonna be
So cute.
acting side by side with her in a few years,
She was so
showing her the
adorable.
ropes. Did you have any other unruly customers this year other than getting decked in the face?
Well, you have the average customer that like because they were selling alcohol on the premises this
Oh
year, so
boy, not
there
good.
was like a few drunk people that had to be kicked out, but other than that, I think it was like for the most part it was fine.
Let's go through the archetype of customers right now. I was gonna do it through mine, but let's do it now because I
Okay.
kind of have a archetype kind of in my mind of groups of customers. Okay, well one fun one is the guy that comes by himself. We had two guys do that. We had one guy that came through by himself like every day, like every
Really?
weekend. Sometimes he come with a group, but we had one guy that came every single day, bro.
Oh,
He was awesome. And we had a
that's
few
so
guys
wholesome.
come by themselves, and one guy said the safe word like in the middle of our house. So we had three attractions
Yeah.
in one house, and he said the safe word in the middle of our house. So I pulled my mask off, whatever, and I took him out of the house. He's probably like, I don't know, in his 20s, whatever, and he's like, he's shaking and stuff, and he's like, you guys are really good. He's like, how much do I have left? I'm like, you only have like our house, like half of our house, and a whole nother attraction left. Like you could do it. And he's like, "Are you sure I could do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're not really trying to kill you and trying to like harm you or anything." So he's like, "Oh, thank you." So we brought him back in, and he went through. He had the best time.
Aw,
Yeah, he was
that's
like, yeah, he made it through. He soldiered through, and I love that the guy that goes by himself. It takes a lot of balls to do that.
mhm.
Then you got the family with the dad and the mom and the two kids. And usually, like, the mom is scared, the kids are scared, and the dad is like, hey, good job. I love that group because you get pretty much every reaction that you would get from a person in one group. You get the kids, they're scaring the shit out of the kids. The mom is usually scared too, but she's trying not to, not to like let it show. And then the dad is usually like super cool, or grandpa. We'll get grandpa, and grandpa's seen it all already. We did not scare any grandpas this year. All the
Really?
grandpas were like, nope, they didn't give a fuck. I mean, these guys saw everything already. They're like, great job. They're high fiving us like, oh, you did great. I love grandpa. That's like my favorite customer is probably grandpa because he's having a great time. He has all the kids and he's like super chill and super cool. Then we got the group of teenage to like 20 something year old boys, the worst group.
Wrap
That
it up.
is the worst group. They're trying not to act scared, or
Are
they're
they
trying
good?
to be
Six, seven.
they're trying to be a tough guy. I like the 6'7" group.
The 6'7". I know that was funny though. Like honestly, I know so many people are like, I hate that, but like Loki is so funny. Honestly, I feel like there was like at the honestly the 6'7", unpopular opinion. The 6'7" is less worse than the people that are like, oh, it's like the girls that want you to do this like specific TikTok dance, and
Oh
then
no.
they just, yeah, no, I don't want to do the TikTok dance
Like
unless
oh
it's like
like
the funny one, like that one that I did, like the arrest me daddy thing. Like that was so funny. If someone came up to me and did that, I would have laughed so hard. But the
then you
ones
didn't
that
do
it's like
it.
the goofy, like, no, I
I've
don't
seen
know.
a
The
lot of
6'7"
those.
is more funny.
I've seen a lot of those. Yeah, those are like the younger group. Those are not like the teenage to colleges. Those are like the middle school. I feel like
Yeah.
was a lot of the 6'7". Those I like too. Those that was a fun group when you get like the middle school age 6'7". I broke character a lot doing 6'7". If they did it, I did it back. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
There was a
not.
time I think I did say 6'7" to a kid back because I was like, I don't even know what to do. You're not scared. So I was just like 6'7", and then I ran away.
And then we have the group of all girls that are usually absolutely fucking petrified and scared, and you can hear them from down, like from the other house. You can hear them from a whole nother attraction. That is probably my other. It's that and the family are my favorite groups because the all girl groups, man, it's just like. Well, then you have the groups that are the couples too. Those are the worst. Those are actually the worst because that's when the guy tries
The
to
guy's
act tough,
always more scared.
or when the guy tries to act tough in front of his girlfriend.
Oh my
That's
God.
the other one. Yeah, I seen that one when the guy is more scared, and they walked by me, and the girl said to him, "I've never felt like more of a man in my life right now," and I was like, "Uh oh, that's probably not gonna be good after this."
There was like this one room in our haunt that like there's like this door that you had to like open to exit. And of course, because the building is so old, the door is really hard to open. So you had to like turn the handle and then like full body check the door to get it open. And so I'm standing right next to the door and they're like, well, where do I go? And I'm like, try the door. And then they try the door. And then obviously, like this is in character, I'm like, try the door maybe. And then they're like, they try and then they can't open it. And then they're like, well, it won't open. And I was like, have you never opened a door before?
Dead
And they're so
ass.
scared because I'm standing there as like Flix and they're like, they can't open the door. And I'm like, open the door.
Can
And
they
they're like,
see you?
no. Fun.
Can they see you, or they could just hear you?
Yeah, like I'm standing
Oh,
there
that's
staring them in
scary.
the face like this. And they're like
Oh,
trembling to try and open the door. And I'm like, what? You've never opened a door? And they're like, no. I was
that
like,
is scary,
oh, okay.
dude. That is scary. Which
It's
which
so
group
funny.
is your favorite? Which archetype is yours? You think?
Oh, that's hard. Honestly, I feel like this year we had so many like big groups and it was like not the usual. I don't know why. It was kind of like more so like big groups of friends than it was like the two like couples or like the families. Like there was those, but I feel like the big friend groups was like the main thing this year and it was
Okay.
like people in their like 20s to 30s.
Yeah,
So
we saw a
like
lot of
it
that
was
too.
hard. I felt like there was a lot of groups that just were not scared at all. So it was kind of hard because you're just like
Those are the
you try to
worst.
I know, because then you scare them and then none of them in the group are scared. So then you're like you just gotta like start joking with them because you're like,
Yeah.
they aren't scared at all.
We had a few of those where the whole group wasn't scared. And it just kind of like we're just kind of like, okay, what do we even do now? It kind of just
Yeah,
like
we had a
lowers the
lot
morale a
of
little bit. And especially if they're drunk and stuff like that, it just lowers the morale. And then sometimes I told people in my haunt like sometimes you don't think they're scared, but they're really scared. Because there's a
yeah,
different kind of scared where they're not talking and if they're not even looking at you, you can get that confused to them not being scared, but that means like some people are just silently scared. Like they're
right?
so
Yeah.
scared that they don't want to look, like they don't want to say anything. So sometimes you can get a group and you think they're not scared, but they're really terrified. It's just
Yeah.
they're
We
not
had
trying
like
to
this
show
one.
anything.
Yeah, we had this one grandma that came through, and we still talk about it because it was so funny. She comes through, we scare her, and she's like, "Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my God!" And then her granddaughter was with her, and she goes, "Oh my God!" She was like, oh, "The child," and she was like, she felt so so bad because like the mom, her daughter was there, and then the granddaughter there was there, and then the daughter of this grandma was like, she was like, grandma, and then she was like,
I love the grandparents. The
so
grandparents are the
funny.
best.
Just so funny. We were trying so hard not to break character laughing at that point. Like once we closed the door and they were out, we were laughing so hard because this grandma just full on like busted out swear words while this her granddaughter is right next to her. It's
The
like,
grandparents are the best. There was one grandma where I was scaring her so bad I just backed off. Like I was like, yo, like
yeah,
I'm gonna give this lady a heart attack right now. Like I felt bad.
no.
I know you don't usually feel bad, right? Because we talked
Oh,
about that
I
last
feel
time.
bad though. Like deep down, I feel bad, but like in the moment, when I'm like, because like the thing is, even when I stop, like there was at this one point where like, I think there's like the families too. There's like the family where it's like really fun because they're like the dad's like, yeah, like you were saying. But then there's also the family where the parents get really defensive and
Oh, come on.
they're like, quit scaring my kid. I'm like, you paid to
Why
be
would
at
you
this.
bring them here? Why would you
We're in a
even
haunted
bring them?
house.
I hate when people bring the kids that are under like 9. I don't
Yeah,
even
we've
look at
had a
them.
lot of that.
I don't even look. Somebody brought a baby in.
Yeah, we've had that too, where people bring like a newborn baby. I'm like, okay.
That is ridiculous.
And like I was literally the thing is it's so hard because like you like what am I supposed because I literally my breaking characters I just stop like I'm just standing there and then they're still
Yeah.
like stop. This mom got so mad. She's like, stop, you're scary. I'm like,
What do
what
you
do you
want
want
me to
me to
do?
do?
You're in a
I
haunted
can't peel my
house.
face off. Like, what am
Yeah.
I supposed to do? Rip my makeup off my face? Like, I don't know how to not be scary anymore.
Why would
Like,
you bring the kid there?
there was one group that I scared, and like it was like the teenage girls group. I love. They're so good. They're always so good to scare because they're
Yes.
so
So
scared.
terrified.
And I come around the corner and I didn't realize I felt so bad afterwards because I didn't realize they were taking a picture with one of our actors because I had already had the chainsaw up like running and I was like,
Uh,
oh God, they're taking a picture. I scared them all so bad. They all start sobbing. Like there's like a group of 8 of them. They all start
yeah.
sobbing. They're like, we're done. We don't want the picture. We're done. We're done. And like the actors that were like taking the picture, they look at me, they're like,
Thanks a
I was
lot.
like, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I felt so bad because I hate taking other people's scares. I never try to take other people's scares. So I literally had to throw the chainsaw to the side of me. I literally look at them. I'm like, you guys, like I break fully and I'm like, you guys, you're okay. Come take the picture.
I'm not
I
gonna
was
kill
like,
you.
I was like, guys, the chainsaw's there. I'm here. I'm not scary. It's fine. And they were like, I can't do this.
Oh
And then
my
they
god.
finally like were like, okay, we'll take the picture. They're still sobbing. They come to stand next to me. They're like arms length distance away from me because they don't even want to come near me. They're so scared. Thankfully, they still got the picture with the other actors because I felt so bad. I literally apologized so much after that. At the end of the night, I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. And they're like, no, that was so funny.
You're doing your job. You're doing your job.
It was so funny. They were so scared. Like they
Yeah.
probably left after
The
that. I
group
feel
of
like.
girls is the best because I mean it's just like you can hear them from like
Oh
a
yeah.
mile away. It's like a symphony of screams. I've had them like literally fall on the floor because they were so scared. Like
Yeah.
I'll get into like how I did my scare and everything like that, but I had them walk in and just literally collapse on the ground. And then since a lot of them had touchpad, do you guys have touch pass or anything like that over there? We have touch pass, so I just pretty much grabbed her up and I just like threw her out of the room. I was like, "Get up, get out of here!" There were so many people I had to
so
like forcibly move out of the room because they were too scared to even move. So like
That's
when they had touch pass, I could just grab them and like guide them out. Oh yeah, I had people come in because my room was like a room in a house kind of. There's a lamp and like a table and a chair. I've had people like come in and slam into the wall, knock the lamp down, and then now the room is pitch black. So now
Oh
they're
my
even
gosh.
more terrified because they can't even see where they're going or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's amazing, man. It's
There's like
amazing.
that's so good. That's so good. That's the best too, because like there's this one oh my gosh, there was this one scare. It was so funny. I walk up to this guy and this was when we were outside because I was roaming, so I was like in and out. And so the ground was like slippery because it's still like
Uh-oh.
it was like I think one night, oh yeah, one night it had been raining. while we were out there. And I was like, my makeup, because it was like pouring rain.
Oh, that's terrible.
Thankfully it stopped. But there was this one guy I go up to, I scare him, and he literally slips like out of a video game, like a banana in like Donkey Kong or like Mario Kart or whatever, like the banana on the ground. This guy slips, like flies back, lands on his back on the ground.
Oh shit! No way.
Like he full on slips. Like a banana peel
Get
was underneath
out
him.
of
Like it was
here.
comical how he slipped. Like it was
Did you break
crazy.
character immediately?
I was like, oh no. I literally felt so bad and I just stood
Oh
there
my
and stared at him. And then now he's like crawl like pushing himself back,
god.
like scrambling to get out, and he ran away. It was so
Oh
funny. It's
my
like out of like
god.
Looney Tunes or something. It was so
Dude,
funny.
that's hilarious, bro. We had this group of two guys that we couldn't even prepare for them because as soon as they opened the door to let them in, they were so scared they ran through the house. Like they just were running like I never seen anything. They was the only group that ever did that. They were running through the house like this. So all I hear is like footsteps, whatever. And I'll get into, how I do my scare, but they came in and basically I pop out and I'm blocking the exit at that
Yeah.
point. I blocked them. So they fall into my chair and it's just them like this. They don't even know what to do. They're just screaming at the top of their lungs because now me and my scene partner are like, we finally got you. You're not gonna fucking run away now. And then they had touch passes. Then we just grabbed them by their shoulders and threw them out. It was the best, man. It's like the scarier they are, obviously the better. It's like it makes it more fun for us. When they try to act like a tough guy, it just totally brings the mood down because we got
I know.
so
It
much
ruins
of
the
that.
vibe.
We got
I
so much of that
know.
they would either try to like stare you down. I'm like, what the fuck are you staring at, bro? Like, what are you staring at?
Oh, I love when people are like, let's do it because I stare at them and they're like staring contest. And so I stand there, stare at them. And then as they're staring at my face, they can't see my hand. So my hand moves to like the button on my taser and I just like swing it. And then they're like, ah, and then they run away.
Epic.
I'm like, I
Epic.
win.
Epic, dude.
So fun. I love doing that. It works every single time.
Oh yeah, we didn't have a taser, but I was campaigning for a taser. We got to get one next year because that's scary as hell.
Yeah, because it's like unexpected, right? Because they see this
Yeah.
like massive stick and they're like, oh, what is that?
Oh, you have the
And
stick one?
yeah, I have like the big one.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
And they're like, well, what is that? And then I'm like, do you want to find out? And then the other thing I love doing is people are always like, is that real? I'm like, do you want to find out? And so I'm like, put your hand on it. And then they just book it. They're like, no.
But it doesn't
So
actually shock you. It just makes the sound.
yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's so loud. It's
Those are
so
sick.
loud.
Yeah, I've seen one in person when we went to Myrtle Beach. The guy had it, and it was epic. I thought it
They're
was
so
real. I thought it was real up until now. I thought they gave you
no,
real
they're
ones.
fake.
The one weird one was I kept getting like gang banged on. I kept getting like people kept cripping on me the whole time. Like
What?
yeah, like the people kept throwing up the crip sign at me. I'm like for like the whole season they kept throwing crip up at me. I was like, what the hell?
I've never seen that before.
All right, well let's get into my season now. Unless you have anything else you want to discuss about yours, we could.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So I've always wanted to be a scare actor, as I said on your episode, but coming from the city, there wasn't a lot of haunted house attractions, and I was just never able to do it. I would put my application in. I didn't know anybody, so I ended up working at Spirit Halloween this year, as many of you know. And as I'm setting up one of the displays with my buddy Tim, who I really didn't know well at the time, he was talking to some other people about how he was a manager at a haunted house. And I was like, hey, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I heard about the haunted house, whatever. If you guys need any people, let me know. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So he gave me an application right there. But pretty much I was cool with him because we had been building stuff for like the last 2 days. So he pretty much just let me go right through. I didn't have to do an interview or anything. I just went into orientation. And orientation is one of my favorite parts because I'm such a behind the scenes guy. Orientation was basically me meeting the owner and them taking us through all the attractions with the lights on and everything. And I loved that immediately. I thought that was so fun. So we got to do that. And now they're trying to decide what they're going to do with me. And the only thing I have limitations is I can't do strobe. So they kind of had to figure out what they were going to do. We actually ended up not having almost any strobe in this. We had like 2 rooms, 3 rooms
Wow.
with strobe, which is good because little side note, I was watching some of the what is it? The Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh my
Enough
God,
with the fucking strobe, man.
The strobe is bad. Like, I don't know what it is. The strobe, they have it on everything.
Everything. It ruins it. I watch the Jason house. Every time you see Jason, wow, 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 it's just strobe. Like,
And honestly, I think Halloween Horror Nights is great, but a lot of the time the strobe is to cover up mistakes because you can't see anything.
gotta be. It's like, yeah, and you're putting that with an actor. That guy gotta be going blind by the
He's
end of
like
the night.
done by the end of the
I
night.
can't even imagine being in the room with that strobe over and over. I mean, because they get thousands of people a night.
It's like when you're in a room with the same audio playing all night.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in your head for the rest. You're
Yeah.
falling asleep. It's like in your head.
I'll get to that actually in my experience. But yeah, the strobe is horrible. Like I tried to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's house, and it's just so the Terrifier house strobe. Enough with the fucking strobe. It's not scary. It doesn't. It's like it doesn't even add that much. When I was growing up, there wasn't that much strobe. We didn't have that much strobe when I was growing up. I feel like concerts and haunted house attractions are using it way more now than they did in the last 20 years.
When you're at a concert and you're on the railing and then the light is right in your eye and it's just like
it's terrible. I don't know
it's
how
like boom, boom, boom.
I don't know how nobody has gotten hip to how awful it is. Like is nobody affected by
we
this?
need to have this as like a poll. Do you
Yeah.
like strobe light or not?
It's effective in the right areas.
Yeah, it is. It's good in some areas, but it gets to a point where people just overuse it,
Yeah.
and then it's just like
I kind of
you're
want to
blind.
see the atmosphere. I want to see the characters, and then the strobe is just completely distracting me at this point.
Honestly, I want to know where the strobe light even originated from because in what horror movie have you ever seen a strobe
Never.
light?
Oh, I've seen it in Halloween Ends, which is the worst horror movie I've ever seen. So there you go. There's that.
It doesn't count.
There's that. It's in that
Where
movie.
was the strobe light in that?
When they go to the party and they're at the club.
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
like,
but that's like a party scene though. That's not.
oh yeah,
like
yeah. There's no strobe when the guy's coming out to kill you. No, exactly.
No, the guy. No, it's like in the ring. She's like coming out of the TV, and then all of a sudden, strobe
Blah 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 blah
light.
blah blah blah. No, the closest they get to that is thunder and lightning. That's the most you
Right?
get when you
There
get
is
strobe.
no strobe. So why
No.
is strobe deemed scary? Wait, we need to have an episode on this.
Please.
Why is strobe deemed scary?
It's not scary. It's totally annoying. And then it's like, listen, I'm not like a guy that's like campaigning for disabilities. And I'm not the one that's like, I have a disability, so like you gotta change this. But there's so many people that can't be around strobe that it should actually not even be that. There's so many people that can't be around strobe, and it's so not necessary that it shouldn't even be used that much. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's like this. Honestly, it's so headache inducing too that it's just like
No.
like the room, like the clown rooms that have like the black light, awesome. The clown
Yes.
rooms that have like I don't know what it's called, like the tunnel that like spins.
yeah, the hypnotizing.
Yeah, awesome. But the strobe lights, guys, come on.
The cons outweigh the pros for sure. There's so many people that can't do it that you're excluding, and it doesn't even add anything. That's the thing. If it was like amazing, I'd be like, all right, well, you got me on there. You know, it's really great, but it actually sucks because I
Yeah,
would like
when
to see
when
what's
it's
going
like you
on.
Yeah, exactly. When you walk into a room and there's like an actor hiding behind something and then the light shines on them, sure. But like when you're just walking and then it's just like boom, 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 boom everywhere. Like I've never even noticed like
Terrible.
the Halloween Horror Night walkthrough videos. It's
Tons.
like when I'm watching them with my boyfriend, he's like, I can't turn that off. The strobe is so bad. He's like, this.
And he probably doesn't even have any kind of like
No, he just doesn't like
visual
strobe
impairment
lights.
or anything. It's like, so they got to stop this eventually. I think in the next 10 years, they're going to have to, people are going to start really complaining because
Yeah,
there's
the
just no
strobe
way.
light is-
Thank God we didn't have that many at my house. So they had to find a place for me. Originally, they were like, we're going to put you in zombie. And I immediately groaned. I was like, oh, great. I hate zombies. I like playing Left 4 Dead. That's the extent of my zombie. I don't like reading about them, watching them, thinking about them. They're lame. But I'm not the kind of person to turn down a job. So I was like, all right, if that's where you want me, I'm going to be the best zombie you got. Thank God that did not come to fruition because then I found out that I was going to be in the Slaughterhouse. And I was excited because I could have either been in Slaughterhouse, Zombie House, or the Clown House. And I mean, I love clowns, but I'm like, I don't want to be a clown. I don't really feel like I'd be great at that. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it's for me. you know. But slaughterhouse, I'm like, yeah, I could be like an animal type, fucking,
Yeah.
or a butcher. It wasn't even I wasn't even clear on what I would be. They were just like, you're gonna be in the slaughterhouse. So I'm like, all right. So then we start doing rehearsals and stuff, and they show me my room, and it's like the perfect room. It's like dark, but just dark enough, and I can control the light if I want. And they're like, all right, so like we want you to look like you're watching TV, and they come in and they disturb you. And I go, that's cool, but hear me out. I don't think that's a good idea because as soon as they come in, I'm gonna be there. And it just didn't feel like it was gonna be that scary the way they presented it. So I'm like, how about there's another chair? The room was set up where you walk in, there's a chair. Then on the left side, there's a table with another chair that has an ottoman that you could lay down in. And I'm like, all right, how about let's try this where I lay down in that chair, because when I lay down there, you can't see my head. You can't see my shoulders, so all you see is my legs. And I'm like, they're not going to know if I'm real or if I'm a person. So let's let them walk in, not know what's going on. I give them a minute to breathe, and then I jump up and I start going crazy. So that's what we did during rehearsal, and they loved it. So then I jumped on the other chair when I got up, which is next to their exit. So then it's like one of those walls where they built it where it's loud. Like if you hit it, it's like extra loud. So while they're walking through, I could just like slam on the door and scream in their face and stuff like that. So everything went great there. We do a couple rehearsals, and now it comes to night one, and we pretty much nailed it down that I'm going to be like a mutant pig, which I thought was good because I kind of like that kind of style. It kind of reminded me like Devil's Rejects, Rob Zombie type stuff. So I'm like, all right. First night, they try to put this latex pig nose on me with spirit gum, I guess it is.
Oh my
And
God.
God bless the woman that was doing it, okay? She's probably very sweet, but I was drinking the fucking latex. Like literally, she did not know how to do it. She did not know how to do it at all. So it's literally like going down my nose, in my mouth. So I go over to the makeup manager who I'm friends with, and I'm like, I'm not putting this fucking nose on because she doesn't even know how to do it. She doesn't even know how to do it. I'm drinking it. She goes, all right. So, and they're like, we're going to keep the string on it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's going to look so stupid. It's like this white string. So they're like, all right. They kept the white string on. They're like, what we're going to do is we're going to put makeup around it to make it blend in. I'm like, all right. So they start putting coal all over my face. So then they put coal all over my eyes. So essentially I look like a fucking raccoon or like a burglar pig. It was so dumb. Like I look completely dumb. So at that point, I don't even feel scary right now. I'm like, wow, like this is so
Makeup
lame.
artists.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
listen.
I feel so bad for them.
She was great.
Bless
But
her soul.
she was nice, but not great at her job. I hope she doesn't see this. Blah blah. I mean, she probably knows how to do like makeup, but I don't know if she knew how to do
Like
SFX.
special effects.
Yes, because she would do the makeup, right? And my other friend corroborated this. She lasted, I think, 3 weeks maybe out of 6, and she would do your makeup. She'd be doing blood or something. She would do it like this. She'd be like if she was scared to touch you, she'd be like nervous. Like she'd be putting blood on you. She'd be like. And I'm like, hello, like, come on, throw this shit on. I gotta go. What the hell? So the
this
first,
poor lady,
it
she's
was
probably
crazy.
so nervous. Honestly, I get that. Still, when I'm doing other people's makeup, I get so nervous.
It's gotta be
I get
nerve-wracking.
So nervous doing other people's makeup because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, especially adding stuff to people's eyes and stuff.
Oh, I know. I get so stressed. I start shaking immediately. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm scared now.
Yeah, she looked like she was not having fun doing it. So,
poor girl. I feel so bad for her.
Yeah, shout out to you. She was really a sweetheart,
She tried
but
her best.
she tried, but I look like shit. So I go in, and
ruthless.
my friend.
Damn, tell me how you really feel.
So then we get to the first night, whatever, and I had been around, like during rehearsals, it wasn't like a full-on rehearsal. We didn't do them with like the music and everything. I had been around because I was basically around with the managers a lot because I was doing behind-the-scenes stuff for those that know. So I was around a lot. So I had heard everything. I basically knew the house like the back of my hand and everything, but I had never really sat in the house while we were on, right? So we put everything on and we're getting ready. I go in my scene, and like 5 minutes later, I don't know what comes over me, but I just start feeling so anxious. And I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I already knew everything. Like, I've seen everybody in their makeup. Well, it wasn't like I was scared of anything. And I was in my room by myself. But I start having like a panic attack. And I just felt overwhelmed. Like, that's the only thing I can imagine it was that I was completely overwhelmed. The music, the ambiance was so loud. And just the lights and just like the energy transfer of me scaring people, because my scene, I went crazy. I would get up and go off the fucking wall, screaming at people. You know, if they had touch pass, I was pushing people and banging on the wall. Like, it was like after every scene, my heart was racing because I was going fucking crazy. So it was like all this stuff mixed up. So like half an hour in, I was like, dude, I don't know if I could do this. Like, I'm fucking freaking out. Like, I don't know. So I go out, I take a breather, and I'm just like, now I go into the bathroom, and the light is like blinding now because I've been in the black. So now I'm like, oh my God, it's even worse now. I feel like just so fucking overwhelmed. But then I start hanging out with my two scene mates, kind of. Not really they're not in my scene, but they're in the next scene over. But we're going to call them my scene mates, Dante and me. And I start hanging out with them. Then I start talking to them because this girl comes out of the cabinet. Like, she pops out of the cabinet, and behind it is the bathtub. Like, so then she could do another scare out of the bathtub. So I start hanging out in the bathtub and in the thing with them, and then I just start eventually calming down, whatever, and everything's fine. I start getting used to it. Eventually, fast forward, my friend Tim was basically telling me during rehearsal, he was like, yeah, you got the chair. You're eventually going to fall asleep here one day. And I'm thinking to myself, how is that even possible? I can't even sit in this room right now. How am I going to fall asleep? 3 days later, I was almost falling asleep. I got used to it quick. I got used to the noise and everything super quick. So then I acclimated very quickly to that. So then eventually I start making changes to my character immediately because I'm like, no, there's no way I can have this go on. I cannot look like this again. So by like the third night, I'm like, all right, let's try liquid latex with one of the makeup managers that knows what's going on, one of the makeup guys. And they do the latex on the right way. And those are the pictures I think I sent you. So now I don't have like, I have like a little bit of the black on the eye. And now I get like covered in blood. And now I start looking cool. So now I feel a little more confident. Mm-hmm. But by the third day, I was fried. Like, my energy was fried. And I'm like, I don't know. And everybody else was fried too. Because the slaughterhouse, after every night, they said our house was the scariest. Every night until the last night. They said, and I have something else I want to say about that later, but they said that our house was the scariest. Because I think we had the most energy. Mia would pop out of the thing. I mean, she was fucking freaking out. I would freak out. But by the end of the second night, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm exhausted. Because we're doing this for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right. I basically told everybody that was around me, like, don't quit, but everybody just go 50% tonight because it's Sunday. So just do 50, okay? But don't walk out or whatever. Oh, and I'll say that after this. So I get the idea, all right, I don't want to sit on this chair anymore because I don't really know how people are reacting to it. Like, because I can't see them. I could see them, but like, I just don't know. It was working, but I didn't feel like it was all the way where it needed to be, the scene. So I was like, all right, I'm going to switch this up, especially because I'm tired. I'm going to switch this up so I don't have to expend as much energy. So we have like this half wall that when you come in the room, there's the whole room's in front of you, and then there's this half wall that you can't see behind until you completely turn into it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go 50 tonight, and I'm gonna hide behind this wall, because as soon as they walk in, I'm gonna be right in their face. Like, you can't walk past me. You have to wait for me to move, and I'm gonna be right in their face. And I started doing that, and the scene just clicked. Like, it was so much better. It was so much scarier, especially because I think that not every scene needs a person in it, number one. I think if
Yeah.
you just constantly bombard people with a scare, it's going to be too much. So I was like, I'm going to let them think nobody's in here. Instead of them thinking there's a dummy in here, I'm going to let them think nobody's in here. So they
Right.
start exploring the room, and when they come in, I just get in their face, and I could push them against the wall, and throw them around the corner there, and that starts working better immediately,
Yeah.
right there. But the first weekend, this is what I was gonna say, that was fucking hell weekend because it was the end of September, and it was still hot as fuck. So everybody was dropping. They were dropping like flies on Saturday night.
no.
Second night, I had to. We did this scene. I did the scene with my friend with Mia, and I see her turn around, and like her body just like drops like a zombie. And I was like, she doesn't fall on the ground, but I see like her shoulders and her head drop, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, I don't know her like that at this point, but I've never seen her do that. Like, she looks weird. So I grab her and I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. But I'm like, no, you are not okay. So I drag her out of the house, had to bring her to the makeup room. She's completely fucking fried. Can't lift her head up or anything. We eventually get her ready to go. I eventually get her back. I got her ice and all this stuff. As soon as I open up that door to bring her out, one of the other girls from our scene is coming in looking like she's getting ready to pass out. After that, once the night is over, I found out one of the girls in the clown house leaves in a fucking ambulance. And people were dropping like flies. And this is when I say this to people now, is I did not expect it to be that difficult. Not difficult, taxing. I did not expect this job to be that. I would see people on TikTok talking about, oh, it takes a lot out of you. I was like, how? Like, I can't even imagine how that would be. Like, that's crazy. And boy, did I experience it in the first weekend, especially because I'm one of the people that doesn't like to eat that much. So that's like half the house. Half of the attraction didn't like to eat. So everybody was dropping. Like, oh, it was bad, man. So I eventually learned that I got to eat twice before. I had to have 2 meals before I even stepped in the house. One wasn't even enough because it was just constant energy expansion. So the first weekend, eventually everything went good. But then I thought to myself, I need something different with this character too, because I hated putting that fucking nose on every day. I hated putting the nose on because we had to put it on with the latex. I had to hold it. I had to sit there. Then I wanted to go to the store and I got this fucking mask. I got this thing on. Then I got to come back, getting it painted up. So then I'm like, all right, I love a good half mask. I'm going to find myself a custom pig half mask. I'm just going to see what's out there. And I found the coolest fucking pig mask that as soon as I put it on, the owner of the house said that is now my favorite mask in this house. And it took
insert picture.
Yes, you saw it already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
It was, and that was another thing that once I put that on, that took the scene to the next level again. Like me adjusting the scene the first time made it better, but this made it exponentially better. And then I just started tweaking the character and tweaking things I said and tweaking things I did. And this is just something else I wanted to say. If anybody's got like going to do their first year next year or whatever, is like, if you have any kind of, unless you work for Universal, you should have some kind of freedom on what to do, and just keep tweaking what you do, because by the middle of the season, we had a crazy great scene, because then I thought the girl would come out of the tub, and I told her, stop coming out of the tub, because they know you're going to come out of the tub. Everybody knows, they can see it. They just see you there. Stop coming out of the tub. So then what we started doing is I said, when they leave, when they go past you, when you come out of the cabinet, we had this hallway that connected my room to the emergency exit. And I was like, go around where the emergency exit is, come down and meet them here. So then when they come in my room and I'm scaring them from the front, then come out the back, and then we'll just basically traffic jam them. And it worked amazing, because now everybody in the front is getting scared, and now everybody in the back is getting scared. And then I would hear them talking shit like, oh, I know somebody's going to come out of the tub, and she didn't. So then they came, they thought everything was good, and then we just basically sandwiched them in that hallway. So if you're going to be a scare actor next year and you have any kind of control or any kind of like creative input, fuck what you're seeing. Don't just take the first thing they give you. Because you can make something way better than when it
Mm,
started. That's what I learned like immediately the second week. You know, I'm sure
yeah.
you've done that before, like made adjustments to your scene and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's seriously all about trial and error. And like honestly, I still get nervous sometimes when I'm acting. And I think like definitely having a costume that you like and stuff will really heavily like impact how you're gonna scare because like if you're uncomfortable and you don't like it like and you feel unconfident like that's gonna reflect on like how you're gonna act because you're like, oh, this isn't good, so people are gonna think I'm not scary, right? So like honestly, when you like we did it in our house too, there was so many times where we switched around what we were doing and like we tried people in different places because like once we did that, like one night we had like there was like five people with us in there and like in our one room and we like nailed what we were doing and what each person did. And then once we had it, like we were getting scared, like boom, boom, boom. Every single group was like terrified. So it's really all about just like trial and error, like literally play around with it.
It's the best. It's the best
It is.
when you tweak something and you nail something that's even better than what you were doing. And you're so
Exactly.
right because when I had the first costume, I just didn't feel scary. So it just messed with my psyche because I'm like, I don't know if I'm scaring them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this just isn't working for me. But as I as I tweaked my costume and once I got that mask and I could see it in their face, like that first weekend when I was fried, there were some times where I wouldn't even jump out. I would just crouch down and then while they turned the corner, I'd be there like on the floor and I would start growling at them. And with that mask, it was enough. Like they were freaking the fuck out. You know, so yeah,
Serious.
the costume is super important. That's why I didn't want to do zombie because I'm like, I'm not even gonna feel. I was so upset. I was like, dude, I'm not even gonna feel scary. Like, I just didn't want to do that. You know, like I knew I was gonna. I'm not gonna turn down the job, whatever. That's what they thought, but I was not ready for that. I was like, I'm not even gonna feel confident doing that. Like, it's just, it was. I thought it was gonna be so lame. And you know, God bless the zombies that were there because we had some fire zombies. We had some
Yeah.
great zombies. That wouldn't have been me. I did not like that. I liked, especially because I like talking shit. So I got to talk with my character. And
Yeah.
like as it evolved, you know, I just kind of thought of better things to say and better things to do. And our bosses would come through at like maybe 4 or 5 times a night with groups, without groups, and they consistently loved our scene. Especially
That,
when we started changing it, they loved it. And then there was
that's
one night where Mia was sick or something. So I'm like, oh no, we gotta have that pop out because that's like super scary. You know, they walk through this hallway and then she comes out of this dresser thing, and I'm like, no, we gotta have that. So I'm like, all right, I gotta do it. So I had to for the night pop out of there and then run through that emergency
oh
that
my
exit down the hallway
oh my
and then
Lord.
hold their door because it was a door before they came in mine. Like run down the hallway, push the door with my hand, and then slide back around to the end of that wall
Lord.
where I usually am. And my boss saw that. He was like, I got paid extra that night. He was like, that was
Actually,
the
that's
best.
awesome.
He was like, that was the best. And he's like, do you want anybody to come? I'm like, no. I'm like, if you send anybody here to help me, I'm going to walk off. I love it. I'm like, do not send anybody here to help me. That was like some of my favorite nights was pulling double duty. Because then they'd see me twice and they'd be like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
Because I'd meet them around before they even got there, and they'd be totally terrified.
I love doing that. And when you figure out a way to like get to a group twice, they're like,
Yes.
"What? You were just there, were you not?"
Epic, epic.
So good.
My season was amazing. It just got better and better every weekend. It was completely exhausting, completely taxing,
Yeah.
but I would definitely do it again. And by the end of it, at the staff party, I got the award for best actor in my house. Okay?
Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I got the plaque.
I think yeah, I think my most proud moment this year, which I was super excited, is I made somebody shit themselves.
No way.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So it was like we were in the this was I was inside and I was at that half door. That half door is now my op. But I was standing there, I was Flix, and I scare this girl and like she was like I don't know if this girl was walking out of there afterwards. Like she was so scared. And so then she like exits our scene. I don't think anything of it. And then all of a sudden the smell, it smelled
No.
so bad. And I was like, who literally just ripped one? Like, I was like, guys, who did it in here? Because that smells so bad. I can't even describe the smell. It was really bad. And then the next room that she walked into, they were like, what is that smell? And afterwards, we had it confirmed that she shit herself after I scared her.
No way. Did you get a badge for that? Because you got the P
Yeah.
badge last year.
Yeah, so this year I get the shit badge. So it's so good.
Dude.
I mean, like, and the funniest, the best part about it too, that's like that makes me feel so proud, is it's the first time anyone's ever made somebody shit themselves at our haunt.
Wow.
So
And
I'm the first to get the
the
badge.
prestigious honor. Gotta go to Flix the Clown. Who else would it go to? Come on, be honest. Of course.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm saying no. That was a rhetorical question. I'm saying it's got to be you. It's got to be
Oh, I
you.
was like gonna say there were
No,
some pretty good other people at our haunt.
no,
There's
it's
this
got to
one
be
guy,
you.
the other guy in our haunt. There was this guy where he was like a scarecrow in a shed that you had to walk through, and he was in the corner, like in the wall, like this, and like literally you couldn't see him at all. The room was pitch black, and he was in the corner like this, like a scarecrow, and then he jumped down off the wall.
Nice.
That was so
I could see
scary.
somebody shitting themselves for that.
Yeah, I know. I would have.
I
I
could
don't
see
know. I
somebody.
would have definitely. He would have got the shit badge from me if I walked through there. That was scary.
Did you ever walk through on your own without,
I
you know,
did.
how did you like
There
it?
was there was one night where I took all my makeup off and I pretended to be a guest. And I walked through, and it was hard because people know what I look like without my makeup on. So I
Yeah.
was like, some people knew it was me.
And they don't go
Uh,
100%, right? They're just like, "Oh, hey."
yeah, it was all right. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it was all right. I don't know if it was, I got scared once. That was it.
Well,
Um,
it's way
and
different
it
when you know what's going on,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know.
Like if you already know like behind the scenes and stuff, like it's kind of hard to get scared because you already know like what all the actors do and like what
Yeah.
they're scared. So it's kind of like hard to get scared by them.
At that point, you're just going for fun. You can't even
Yeah,
imagine
exactly.
being scared. I walked through a couple times, like in different sections, not all the way through, and I'm just like, there's no way I'm gonna be scared. It's just gonna be fun. But even when we had groups like that weren't completely scared, as long as they were having fun, I was having fun. You know, like I
Exactly.
didn't need this groups to be terrified. If they were laughing and they did like 6, 7, I broke character so many times. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Oh
if they
my
knew how many times I
God.
broke character, they probably wouldn't give me the award. Like people would walk, like I would scare them, and then like a guy would walk by me and be like, "What up?" And I just be like, "What up, bro? Like what's good? You everything good?" Like I'm there to have fun. So once I'm done with the initial scare, I'm not like gonna drag it. If they're having fun, I'm gonna have fun with you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
One of my favorites was when we had a touch pass, and me and Mia had already had our scene on
Yeah.
lock at this point, and the girls came through, and we had this a few times where they were so scared when we jumped out at them that they ran around me. So one of the girls runs around me, and then she's behind me and Mia, and then her group follows her in, but they're in front of us. So then I'm like, all right, and like, I don't know, in an instant I just thought of it, and I put my hand out and I block her, and I go, everybody could leave the room except her, and I just want to see what they would do. And they started walking away without her, and she was like, no, no, please, please, why me? And I was like, shut up,
Like,
shut up, and I was like, everybody get the fuck out of here. And then they started walking away, and I look at her, I'm like, yo, your friends are pieces of shit. I'm like, they left you here to die. And then then they start
oh,
walking back. Then they start walking back like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, no. And then I let her go. And I'm like, "Yo, your friends are fucking whack. Your friends are pieces of shit for letting you
dude,
go, bro."
we had a group like that where like we had a few people like that where there was like this group of all like men and then there was one girl and they just left her. They
Oh
just
my
ran off.
god,
They all left her.
so
I
lame.
look at her and I go, men, right? And she was like, yeah. And
Oh
then,
man.
and then there was another one where I think it was like I think it was a couple. I think it was a couple. And again, he slammed the door in her face. I'm pretty sure it was. And he
Oh.
just left her. And I was like, wow, men, right? And then she was like, yeah, mm-hmm.
There's got to be a
That was
couple
my
fights
that's my
going
new
on.
line at this rate because what is with these men literally leaving their girlfriends or their friends just like that?
There's got to be a lot of fights after haunted houses for shit like that.
Oh, I
Because
know.
I'd be tight if somebody left me like that. Like, oh, why'd you leave me there? It was that was
Yeah,
that
what
one
do
was
you
a group of
okay,
girls. That one was a
yeah, if
group
we're
of
ever in a
girls.
horror movie, like bye,
Yeah.
okay.
If this is a simulation, imagine the real thing. You'd be out of there.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'd be dead.
But her reaction was the best. When I said everybody could leave but her, she started just
Oh yeah.
screaming. She was like, "What?" She didn't even try to like push past me or anything. If it was me, I would have tried to like get past me. No, she just stood there in total fear, and then they just walked off. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
"Wow!" I was like, "Yo, you
That's
guys
bad.
suck." That
Reevaluate your friends after that one.
Yeah, there was a few that I loved, and that might have been top three right there. Reactions. There was so
Yeah.
many, but it was a great season, and I am very much looking forward to do it next year. And I love doing. I did behind the scenes and this,
Yeah.
so there were days where I was in there for like 14 hours, 12
Oh
hours,
my
and I
gosh.
loved it. I loved every second of it. We had a couple incidents where people got kicked out for touching the girls, for touching the actors, and they always touch the girls. Obviously, they're not gonna touch us. They're not gonna touch the guys. One of the girls had a fucking handprint on her arm from how hard the guy touched her.
What?
Yeah, we had a group come through touching everybody, and I didn't know that one of them dragged my scene partner in the room because she's usually in there
What?
by the time they get in there. So I didn't think anything of it. And then by the end of the night, she's like, "Oh yeah, that group dragged me," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Why didn't you say anything?" Me and Dante would have just handled it right there. But yeah,
Yeah,
they were
seriously.
grabbing people, and they got to the clown house, which is the last house at the end. And one of the security walked over, and they were like, "Yeah, who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Oh no, you're about to find out." And that's when all security and maintenance came and swarmed them and tossed them out.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, we
That's so
kicked a few people
satisfying when
out.
those people get kicked out.
Yeah, it's great.
We had, yeah.
Go ahead.
We had like one group where like this girl was just like hammered, like she was so drunk. And our security guard, like, they were like, okay, you need to leave. Like, this is an issue. And she's like, stop fucking touching me. Like, and then this girl is like 5 feet tall, if that. Our security guard is huge. And she literally comes up to him and starts like body checking him like this. She's like, you want to touch me? You want to touch me? What are you going to do?
Get
And then
outta
she like
here.
body checking him, body checking him, body checking him. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing?
Just stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Knock it off.
Did you just pick her up and throw her out?
Yeah, she got kicked out. Like, what?
What an idiot.
Like, what
There's
was
so
the
many
reason?
idiots. There's so many. It's just unbelievable how many idiots go through drunk or high. And I just don't get the motive for a lot of it. Like, especially
like,
grown people.
I know. And like the other thing too is like you are literally a grown adult acting like this at a freaking haunted attraction. Also, not
Yes.
to mention they were caught smoking, which you're not allowed to smoke on the premises. That's an immediate kick out.
Yeah.
So they literally caught smoking and then they're acting like this. I'm like, bro.
Yep. Yep. I've seen
They were
that.
like, we saw you smoking. They're like, we didn't. And then literally not even like 10 minutes later, they were smoking again. I'm like, bro.
There's just some groups that I'm just like, why? Why are you
Literally.
here? Why are you doing this? Like, they're trying to fight us. And I'm thinking, we're actors. We're at a haunted house. I had to step in between some girl and then my scene partner because she's like, "Oh, you want to," like, I forgot what she even said. I guess my scene partner had said something and she turned around. She's like, "Bitch, I'm going to fuck you up right now." And I was like, "Oh, no, you're not. Like, get out of here,
Yeah.
bro."
There was like one time where, because there's like the stairs in the one house that we were in, and the stairs were blocked off, and they start walking up the stairs, and one of my other like actors in the room with me was like, she was like, don't go up those stairs. You're not supposed to go up there. And they were like, why? And then they kept going. She's like, get off the stairs. Stop. And she told them like 5 times, get off the stairs. And then the people were like, you're such a fucking bitch. Why are you telling us that? Like, whatever, blah, blah. This place sucks, la, la. Like, they were getting so
That's
mad
not
at this
the
girl.
route. That's not the route, bro.
Where are you going? Like, what?
You're going to
The
end up
door
somewhere
was
that's not
that
even
way.
fun, by the way. Like, there's probably nothing there.
Like, literally, why do you not get that we said no? Don't go up the stairs.
Yeah, there's some people that are just dumb.
They just don't listen. I know.
Yeah, I
It's so
couldn't believe
annoying.
it, but it was satisfying to watch them get kicked out. I've seen it happen a
Yeah.
few times. It was
I know.
great. Either that or if they kind of thought there'd be a problem, we'd have security follow them through the house.
Same
like
with our
and
house.
then walk them through till the end if they even thought there were going to be a problem.
Hmm.
So thank God for security.
Yeah, thank God for security.
Thanks
Security actually does
security.
numbers at haunted houses.
Dead ass. I'm sure that's a hard job doing security at a haunted house. Like concerts and haunted houses got to be
Oh, the concerts? Nah, no, no,
mayhem.
no.
Got to be mayhem for security.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think
especially
that's.
with drinking.
Oh yeah, drinking, smoking, doing drugs.
Yeah.
Terrible. So that's pretty much all I got to say about my experience. Did you have? Oh, you said your cabin was haunted, right?
Yes, our cabin was haunted, our little house.
How did you
It was
find
so
that out?
so like we had originally because we were at the same place that we were at last year, like the same park. So, but we were in a different area this year, but like we had known prior that it was like haunted because the people that like work there, because it's like it's an amusement park kind of thing. You can go year round. They had said like, it's haunted and it's also old as hell, right? So of course it's haunted. And last year I had some creepy experiences. So when I was told that the room that we were in this year was also haunted, I was like, yeah, I don't doubt that. If you saw it, I should have had pictures of it because if you saw this place, yeah, it was so scary inside, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in there
Freaking you
alone,
out.
yeah, I was like, if I was in there alone at night, I wouldn't want to be in here. This is scary. And so we had one night where the door literally just slams shut on its own. The door just goes on its own. I was like, okay, hey. And then there was another point where my friend had one of these it was like a tea light, like a candle thing that's like battery operated that you
Yep.
turn on and off and they set it on this table and the second they set it on the table it goes out and
Oh,
we were like what and then like they pick it back up and it turns back on.
battery operated.
Yeah, like it was like
Scary.
a switch, it was an on and off
That's
battery like light,
spooky.
so they put it on this table, it turns off. I was like okay, interesting.
Wow, that's freaky, dude. They were saying that about my haunt, but I had never experienced anything like that.
Yeah,
I had
I
never.
think yeah, honestly, I think last year was even like worse than it was this year, like the experience that I had because went up into our actors room last year. And this was like halfway throughout the night. Like, so there was no one in there, obviously, because everyone's out acting. And it was upstairs. So I go up the stairs and there was like a bathroom upstairs. And the door to the bathroom, or no, what was it first? I started hearing someone like laughing or like giggling or saying something. And so I was
Ooh.
like, hello, like, is anyone in here? No response. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then it stopped. And then the door handle to the bathroom started like shaking. Like it was going like this, like it was shaking. And I was like, okay, what?
Nice.
So I walk over there. There is no one in there. There's no one out there with me. I was like, who is here? Hello?
Ooh.
I go, oh, there's no one there.
That's freaky, man. That's so
Yeah.
awesome. That's so awesome. I mean, you can't get any better than that. The haunted attraction is
Right. A
haunted.
haunted haunt.
So everybody's getting it. Everybody's scared, even the actors. I mean, because how
Yep.
you gonna scare us at that point with a real ghost, right?
It was
I mean,
chill.
come on.
Honestly, I like ghosts.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
I would.
chill with it.
Now that I can say, now that I did start saying that I worked at Spirit, because I had talked about it on my show, like
Oh,
in the early part of October, that
God.
Spirit I was working at was definitely haunted.
Oh God. The animatronics at night, bro. No.
The anime, yeah, some of them would just go off too. Like when they were motion censored, and they would go off when you're like 50 feet away from them.
Oh hell no.
Oh yeah, all kind of stuff. We were hearing stuff. We were seeing stuff fall down at night. The sensors would get tripped inside of the store. Like the sensors would get tripped as if somebody was in there. The walls, like stuff would fall off the walls. It
Oh
was
my
nuts,
Lord.
bro. It was
That's
nuts.
crazy.
Yeah, I always wanted to work in a haunted location, so I kind of got that. But
You
once I
got it.
talked about it, I didn't see or hear anything after that, and I don't think my boss did either. But there was like a period of time where it was freaky, like stuff was going. Like I said this on the show before, but I was on a ladder, and I heard something like whisper or something in my ear,
Oh
and
my
I
God, that
felt
reminds me.
the presence, and I look and I'm thinking, I'm on a fucking ladder right now.
Who's
How the
here?
hell?
Who's
Yeah, I'm like,
here?
I don't even know how far in the air right now. How high? Like 14 feet in the air. Did you have the same thing happen to you? You were
Yeah,
gonna
so
say?
at like haunt, there would be like this year, there would be times where somebody's talking to me and I turn and I'm like, there's nobody
It's
there. Who is
terrible.
talking to me? And then I literally looked at my friend. I was like, was somebody just behind me talking to me? And they're like, no, what are you talking about? I was like, there's somebody. I can hear it. Somebody just was talking to me in my ear, like having a conversation with me. And there was no one there. And that happened twice.
Epic.
I
Epic.
was like, okay, cool.
So cool. It is cool.
It is
It makes
cool.
the job a little more fun. There were times where I'd walk through the haunt though with the lights off, like and our cool lights weren't on, and it would kind of freak me out for some reason. I think it was just like I don't know, instinctual, like just it just was odd. Like I would walk through because I get there early and go hang out, and sometimes I go to my seat and to try to fall asleep, and I would just be walking through it and it'd be black, and I would just have my flashlight, and I just started getting freaked out, dude. And it was huge. This place was huge.
Oh
We
my
had
God.
3 attractions in one building,
That's crazy.
and it was like a maze. It was so much fun to maneuver because there's so many different ways to get where you got to go. You
Yeah.
can get to my house like 4 different ways at least.
That's so
I can be in my scene and then be in one of the clown scenes in like a minute, not even like 30 seconds. I'm in the birthday scene in the clown because it's the way it lays out in the map. So sometimes I'd like have people there I didn't want to see. Like if I saw them coming, I knew they were going to ask me to do something or they were going to ask me something. I would just take another route and I would totally avoid them. It was the best.
That's so funny. We had that a few years ago at Haunt when we actually had a walkthrough haunt where it was like we had this clown room and then like in the clown room there was like when you entered there was like this way and we would split groups off and then they're like no 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 my friend. I was like go and then they would both go through different routes of the haunt.
That's so cool. That's so cool. We had something like that in the zombies, and the girl peed herself. We had
Oh
2
my
people
God.
pee themselves
Yeah.
in that specific area where you split the group up. So it's like if there was 2 people, you got to then they're both by themselves, and one of
Yeah.
the girls pissed herself.
I made a girl pee herself this year too.
Oh, so you got another pee badge?
Yeah, we got another one.
Wow. Now you got to make somebody vomit.
I know. See that? Okay, so that's the thing though. This year there was like this girl, she was like, please stop. I'm actually gonna throw up if you don't stop. And I stopped because I was like, you know what? That's the thing. I have a deathly fear of people throwing up. So I was like,
You're afraid of
maybe
them
not.
throwing up?
Yeah.
Wow, we're like the opposite people. I think it's hilarious. I love it. I think it's mad
No,
funny.
I cannot do it. It's like my biggest fear. I cannot
You're
do
afraid
people.
of other people?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I've had it since I was little.
What if
but
you
it's like
throw
really
up?
bad. It's really bad. Like I go into like a full panic attack.
What if
It's like
you throw
terrible.
up though?
Oh, if I throw up, like I still freak out if I feel sick and stuff. And like I don't like throwing up, but it's not as bad if I see someone else throw up.
Wow, we're like our brains are completely opposite. I love watching like a good throw up comp. Some people
No.
fucking puke.
No.
Listen, if you're gonna work at a haunt next year though, make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure that you're
Yes.
eating because I did not even imagine how taxing it would be on somebody like me who doesn't really eat like that. Like I don't even start eating until like 5 in the afternoon sometimes. So I would go in there on like a snack. And boy, was that a big mistake. Big mistake.
No, don't do that.
And you can't even imagine how many times I had to take or I was asked for ibuprofen or Tylenol. Pack a bag with Tylenol, with some water, with some juice. Bring a snack, bring a protein bar, bring some cookies. Anything with sugar in it is great. Make sure you're prepared. I had a whole stash in my scene. A lot of people did. I would walk by people's scenes and have Kit Kats in the drawer, all kind of stuff. And I tried to make sure that everybody around me was hooked up. If I knew that they were like me, I would make sure I grabbed everybody and I was like, we're going to go eat right now. Shout out to my buddy Nate and Mia. I would always grab them and make sure we went to the store. And if people didn't have money that day, I'm like, yo, I'll hook you up because we don't need anybody. We don't need anybody dying. Because the last night, it was Halloween night, I think, or maybe it was blackout night. One of the guys, like his body just shut down. Like he said he was doing his scene and he said he couldn't even think. Like his mind went blank. And then so
Okay.
he left his scene, and then he said he couldn't even talk to the paramedics. He couldn't even speak. And he was just having panic attack after panic attack like all night long. And, just a lot of them are just drinking energy drinks and no food. And that is a bad combination.
So bad. Don't do that, please. I know
Energy,
so many people that do that. Don't.
and the energy drinks dehydrate you too. So it's like you're just adding to it because now
I
you're
know
not
people think it's so
hydrated.
like, yeah, I know people think it's so quirky. They're like, I am only running off an energy drink. I'm like, that's
Okay.
not cool. Like,
Yeah.
you're literally like hurting yourself by doing that. You
Maybe you
need
could
to
do
eat.
that if you're laying around for the day, but you should not do that if you're going to scream and run
Yeah,
around and jump
seriously.
around. And then it's like you got to be ready for shit to go down too. Like I was telling people I don't think when I do this next year, I'm probably going to make sure that I get my same group because it's so much better when you feel comfortable with who you're with.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
anything could happen with a guest, with yourself. So like get yourself a good crew because it makes the experience so much better and just building that trust with people, like, build that communication. But that's pretty much all the advice I could say is keep adding to your scene, make sure you're eating and
Yeah.
get close to somebody. Make sure you're cool with somebody. So you have a little support system. You have anything you want to say before we finish that off?
I think that's good. I feel like those are good tips, especially for new people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely bring your medications, your
Yep.
pills, bring a snack, bring juice or like a pop even, like anything like that. Water, bring water, please. And if you're outside and it's cold, please dress for the weather because it's not fun when you're literally going into hypothermia because you didn't dress up properly, right?
I can't even imagine doing this in Canada in the fall. It's got to be horrible.
It's
I hate
very
the cold.
cold.
And I was in a
It,
wife beater the whole time.
like,
So
yeah, like that. No, like there was people that had like like a skirt on for their costume. I'm like, you are so brave because like I'm freezing right now. I had, I think, three pairs of pants on, two shirts. I had a wig. I had
suited
gloves. I
up.
had hand warmers. I had feet warmers, and I was still cold.
Suited up. The
I
good thing
was. I was
was
suited up.
it wasn't that cold like compared to you. It was cold for us where we are, but since we're inside and we're moving around all the time, we didn't really feel it half the time. Like we
Yeah.
didn't really have to layer up. We thought we were gonna have to, but when we put on a layer, we would take it off in like 20 minutes because it would
Yeah.
just be so hot. And then the days that it was hot, oh my god, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah. I definitely think that like for us when we're outside in this like freezing weather, like it was like freezing rain one night. It wasn't just regular rain, like it was freezing rain and so it was so cold and um as well as like another thing, have proper shoes,
Oh
please.
yeah.
Have proper
Don't bust
footwear
your
because
ass.
like literally like my boots have like I know they look fancy, but those things have insoles in them. Like I paid for some nice insoles because you do not want to have uncomfortable feet, especially if you're in a place that's concrete. Like your feet will hurt
My whole
so bad.
body was wrecked. There
Yeah.
was, I think, by the middle of the season, there was one because by Sunday you're done, you're fried. There was
Hmm.
one Sunday where I remember I was on the floor half the night. Like I would be like this, like a starfish,
Yeah.
on the floor with my feet up on the ottoman because the floor was cold, so it felt really good. And I remember like I had to pop an Advil, and I was just done. I would lay
Yeah.
on the floor with my eyes closed and just hear for the next group coming in because I had a good amount of time. And then my
Yeah.
other friend I told her you could take the chair, and she was just laid out on the chair, and we didn't talk the whole night. We used to talk all night long, all of us, all three of us. But that night, I remember it was just a different vibe.
Yeah.
Like we were so
vibe.
fucking done.
Oh, so bad. Like there was like one night where so our haunt like is in this park, right? So like there you have to park in the gravel parking lot because it's free. And then you have to walk from the gravel parking lot all the way to the front like gate. And then there was nights where there wasn't a shuttle bus. So then you
Oh,
had to walk all the way uphill and then you had to walk all the way downhill and then all the way like around to get like
oh,
it was like a 30-minute walk. It was a
get
half
out
an
of
hour walk.
here! Get out of
half an
here.
hour walk to get there. And so I literally to bring my cot like, and now I've got this busted wrist and I'm trying to carry all my stuff. Like at this point, I literally I was like, guys, you need to help me. I can't do this on my own. Like it was so bad. Like I had to put all my stuff in a massive suitcase that had four wheels on it so I could push it because this walk was treacherous and it wasn't just like it was gravel, then it was concrete, then it was asphalt, and then it was grass, and then it was a gravel road, and then
All
it was railroad
terrain.
tracks, and then it was like
Railroad tracks.
cut it out. Yeah, railroad
Where was
tracks.
the? It wasn't a body of water you had to swim across too. It's like an
No,
all-terrain
thankfully,
fucking.
like at this rate, you would have thought, right?
You needed like an all-terrain vehicle to bring you guys.
You needed like a side by side to get you down there. Like, no, literally at
Jeez.
this point, it was like a triathlon. Like, where is my
Yeah, yeah. You need a bike, swim, run. Oh yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
I'm like trying to carry this suitcase with the chainsaw, and the chainsaw is so heavy.
yeah. Good shoes is a must. And also, if I
Yes.
may suggest, always if you can go for a half mask. Because they
Yeah.
make these silicone masks that stick to you and then it like covers your chest. Those guys are dying. I don't want to be those
I
guys.
know.
If they ever ask me to do that, I'm gonna say fuck you. I will never wear one of those silicone masks that like form on your body.
Dude,
No
I bet we
way.
have one. Our owner of our haunt has one of those, and like every time I see her put it on, I'm like get claustrophobic
There's no
watching
way.
her put it on because
There's no
it's
way.
like they have to like stretch it over their.
Yep.
I'm like, how are
Yep.
you breathing in that?
And I remember one of the guys lifted it up and the sweat was
Oh.
just build up,
The
sweat
sweat in my
pouring.
mask was bad. And my mask doesn't even, I don't know if people can tell, but my mask, when it's on, it's here. It's not on my face. It's here.
Oh, it's
And
like on
like,
your nose, kind of.
it's like, it's not on my face at all. It doesn't really touch my
Oh.
face much. And so, like, the sweat inside of that was disgusting. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. That's why the half masks are the best because I barely had it
Yeah.
on. As soon as I heard, because it was like three scenes before mine. So I had ample time and I loved the way they set it up because I could see everybody's scene through all these different ways since
Yeah.
there were all these different doors. There was all these different like trap doors I can go through and
Yeah.
side doors that I could see through the wall. So I had all this time to get ready when we had groups. And then I can get my friends ready and I'm like, oh, we got a group of 8, and they look like this, or we got touch pass. But I wouldn't put my mask on until they got to the bathroom. I would have my shit like this on the side of my face. I'd have my gloves on. And if you probably want to wear gloves. If you're gonna be banging on shit and grabbing shit, wear
No,
gloves.
yeah, no, if you're banging on anything like, oh my God,
You're gonna
I
get
guess I can't really speak. I mean,
Well, that was
actually, I
different.
can't
That
give
was your
advice on this.
wrist.
Sorry.
That was your wrist though. That's a little different. Like I
Yeah,
remember
true.
the one night I got a nail in my hand. Not like it didn't insert it. Like it didn't like it stabbed me though for sure. And I was like, "Yep, we're getting gloves next week because
Yeah, and you're getting a tetanus shot
yeah,
next.
yeah, exactly. Because, yep, gloves is another thing. And if you can, get yourself a half mask because those are the ones that it's
Yeah.
literally just the front of your face and a strap. And you could take it off and put it on. That way, if anything goes down, we had the fire drill go. Not a fire drill. We had the fire alarm go off. So we all had to get out of there. Took
Oh
that
my
shit right
Lord.
off. Yeah, it was a crazy haunt season. It was anything that could happen happened. Okay.
Yep. That's usually how it goes. Prepare for everything is what I can say. Prepare
Literally.
for absolutely everything.
Literally prepare to get into a fight with a guest.
Get
Because
prepared
it
to be
might
punched in
happen.
the face.
Yeah, it might happen. You might get into a fight with a guest. Like I did not, thankfully, but there were times where I could feel it and I'm like, it's about to go down right now. Like these guys they're asking for it. Like, and
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were gonna try and swing on me or one of my friends. And I'm like, here we go. There was a few times where I'm like, here we go. It's about to go down. Before we get out of here, just so everybody knows, you do take commissions for costumes and all kind of fun stuff. But unfortunately, you can't provide them right now, right?
Yeah.
Why?
So Canada Post is on strike right now. So
Ooh.
unfortunately, My commissions are currently closed. I'm still accepting like forms and stuff, and I'm still like chatting with people about what they want done, but for the time being, the nothing can be shipped out. So we have to wait until Canada Post. They're on a half strike right now or a rotating strike. So they're sometimes working and sometimes not. So we're waiting to see. Hopefully it clears up, especially before Christmas, because like
Yeah, people
people
want to
ordering
buy
Christmas stuff
stuff.
online, right?
Yeah, they ordering stuff now.
Yeah, now. So like thankfully there's still like FedEx that's shipping and what else is there? Um UPS. And I mean like Amazon, I think is Amazon's
Okay,
obviously.
you got Amazon still. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, because they're
there's
their
still
own
all
thing.
that, but unfortunately, yeah, the Canada Post
But
is
your business cannot function right now because of the strike.
yeah, because I use Canada Post mainly because it's the most like affordable way
Right.
to ship stuff. So we're
Okay.
waiting. We're patiently waiting. Still responding to my customers and clients about what they want done. But yeah, we have to wait until that's over to ship anything.
How long have they been on strike?
I think since before October.
Wow. So your prime season just
Yeah.
got
So
cut.
that my entire like season for costuming and stuff is was
Wow.
cut off.
On the bench for October. How horrible is that?
Especially because it was like I had like probably 20 to 30 different
Oh yeah, I
commissions.
bet. What costumes and stuff like that. Do you like repaint masks and stuff? If somebody's like, I like this mask, but I want you to like repaint it and stuff?
Yeah, I do all that.
Because you
So I do
airbrush and everything.
repainting, I do weathering, I do costume making. So thankfully I had like the few people at Haunt that I did some costuming for. So I still was able to do like local stuff, but unfortunately nothing
Oh
in the
yeah.
US this year, which
I
was
bet
kind
you
of really
clean up at your haunt on its own, right? Like you probably have a bunch of
yeah.
people that are like, make this for me, make that for me.
Yeah, and I do like a discount with the Haunt too. So like they um get it at like half price to do it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, because I mean, you're already taking off shipping. You don't got to worry
Yeah,
about
exactly.
shipping it
There's no
out.
shipping and like then I can just like I had like all the costumes lined up. I had them hanging from my chandelier in here on the thing because I was like I did like a mass weathering to all of them one day.
Yeah.
So I was like there's things hanging off the ceiling like it was messy.
Do you get a lot of orders from America? Because you're in Canada.
Yes, it's probably my main like demographic is from the US.
What do you get the most of? Like weathering or repainting or custom
Full costumes.
full costume?
Yeah.
Now is that just weathering or you create the whole costume?
That's like fully sewing everything. So like
Wow.
in like this piece right beside me, like I fully sewed this thing. So she's fully
Sick.
handmade.
That's amazing.
I even handmade the pom-poms.
And that's so cool when you get something custom. That's why I made sure like mine wasn't exactly custom. Like there's been a few, but it was on Etsy and the guy
Yeah.
probably made a few of them. I've never seen the mask. I can guarantee you nobody else has really seen
Yeah.
it unless you're like, probably like in that world of getting masks and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing I would say is if you really want to step it up, get some custom shit. Because
Yes,
then
please support all the custom
yeah,
artists.
get some custom stuff from Flix when the ban is over, when the strike is over.
Yeah, seriously.
Because it'll go
Yeah,
a
like
long way.
my Ophelia mask was custom made for me. Like it's so much cooler when you have it like custom made because then it's like you're original.
Exactly.
Nobody else has it.
Yeah, I hate when you go through a haunted house and there's a mask you've seen a million times.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, bro. Like I'm not
It's
scared of
like the
that.
Amazon Deluxe mask, brother.
Yeah. Or like I saw that at Spirit today. Like that
Yeah,
kind
you
of
just
throws me
got there from
off.
work and you're like,
Yeah,
I
I just
just
saw
sold some
that.
of
Yeah,
that.
I mean, if that just do some face paint or something. I don't know. Just I wouldn't do a mask. I've seen
Honestly,
people. Good. What were you gonna say?
Like honestly, I feel like so like people are like I know that there's a budget for stuff and whatnot, which is totally fair. Like you don't have to drop like $500 on your costume. Literally, my Flix costume I made from thrifted clothing. So literally,
Yeah.
just get some stuff from the thrift store and start hand making stuff. Do paper mache. Make a paper mache mask. Like you can
Yeah.
use newspaper and Elmer's glue. Like you can totally DIY your costume fully and still be unique.
Or one of the guys at the haunt got a mask and then just
Redo it.
added
Yeah,
to it. Yeah.
repaint it.
He just added to it, he tweaked it, and it was scary. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
can get something and just repaint it like you said.
yeah, like this some of the spirit masks like they like some of them that have fur and stuff on them like they're you can just rip the fur off and
Rip
use
it
the base
off.
of it and make something off of it. Like you don't have to like use
Yeah.
exactly what was from spirit. Repaint it.
Make the face a different color, cut
Yeah.
the eyes. Because I know I had to cut the eyes out of mine a little bit more because it was just like too
Mhm.
small. So, that even made it look a little different,
Yeah.
So there you go. Hopefully the strike is over soon. So maybe you can get some Christmas costumes out there. Somebody can
Yes,
get a.
I'm gonna be doing some Christmas stuff, so stay tuned for that.
Are you really?
Yes.
Yeah, like Flix Christmas or
Yeah, we're gonna be making some Christmas jumpsuits.
some
So
Flixmas content.
Flixmas.
Well, let everybody know where they could find you, where they could buy from you, all that stuff.
Yeah, everything's on Instagram, TikTok, all of it. I've got all of it. It's underneath Flix the Clown, Flix the Clown, TikTok and Instagram. And then my website is linked in my link tree on my pages where you can like see my commissions and everything there and fill out the form there.
There you go.
Yay.
Until next time, peace and love.
Yes.
BRB.